Children's Fashion Europe is a European association of supranational scope, which is focused on the 27 member countries of the European Union. Its main targets are complementary to the national associations. It has a clear orientation to the market, focusing on improving the company's competitive position. Children's Fashion Europe integrates European children's fashion and childcare manufacturers, national associations and technological institutes. It also counts on the collaboration of a number of universities. Children's Fashion Europe started its activity in 2006 with the support of more than 50 companies. Currently, it has more than 300 associated companies in Spain, Italy, Portugal, France and Germany. There are a number of well-known European companies on its board of directors. Children's Fashion Europe's mission is to help the European companies to improve their competitiveness in a sustainable way and represent children's fashion and childcare sectors to the institutions of the European Union. The Children's Fashion Europe's main targets are as follows: to promote and extend children's fashion and childcare European products into non-European countries, to defend the European Union market against disloyal or anti-social competition, to establish a lobby for the institutions of the European Union, to watch over the safety of the products, children, babies and vulnerable consumers being their beneficiaries, to develop studies and projects in order to improve the European companies' competitiveness on standardization, research, development and innovation, cooperation and internationalization. To sum up, Children's Fashion Europe's activity is to improve the competitive position of the European companies, facing all opportunities and challenges derived from the new economical environment. Regarding the European sector of children's fashion and childcare, it is made up of 2,500 companies, most of them small and medium-sized companies, which have turned Europe into a worldwide leader in medium and upper-range products. They directly or indirectly give work to 125,000 people and have a turnover of 10,000 million euros. Its exports reach 1,600 million euros and expect to triple this amount in a few years. 80% of the worldwide extra-community trade volume of quality products, which complies with the safety regulations for children, roughly belongs to European companies. The largest potential markets are the Far East, Russia, Mexico, the USA, Japan, India, Brazil and the Middle East. According to Children's Fashion Europe, the European children's fashion and childcare manufacturers are the companies which have more than 50% of European capital, as well as their own brands, research, development and innovation, design and communication departments in Europe and also European or relocated production. It must be emphasized that 75% of the European company's production value is concentrated on the areas of research, development and innovation, design, marketing and company structure. The sector represented by Children's Fashion Europe is also particularly worried about our children's safety. Therefore, it complies with all the safety regulations established. In addition to the above mentioned, from Children's Fashion Europe, we would appreciate the European Union policies to consider the following manifesto. Point 1. We request the thorough fulfillment of the World Trade Organization regulations to be watched over. The European Union is the most open market of the world, and the one with the clearest regulations and well-known procedures. This circumstance, however, is not complied with in many markets, where the procedures are not clear and subjectivity is used as a nearly insurmountable obstacle. Point 2. Regarding the domestic market, the abusive practices for the dominant position of the large distribution companies compared to the SMEs must be observed. A reduced VAT should be considered as a family benefit to face the problem of the aging European population. Point 3. We do believe in the necessity of defining the safety regulations in complete harmony with the experience of the acquired knowledge in the European industry, represented by Children's Fashion Europe and its technological centres and universities. The target is to give a special protection to the manufacturing of products for children, facing antisocial and non-environmentally protective practices. The European regulations have to refer to a European field, not to a national field, because all children deserve the same safety. Point 4. Safety of the imported products must be guaranteed and watched over by establishing the necessary regulations to guarantee children's and babies' safety from non-European countries' products. Point 5. Product design must be definitively accepted in terms of research and development and count on the support of fiscal community policies. Research, development and innovation of European products is a priority for the extra-community market spread. Point 6. Internationalization must be ensured by means of multi-year plans of support aimed at specific markets. In spite of the current inexistence of any appropriate research in this field, Children's Fashion Europe should get some resources to make this information available, which is a necessary element to access new emerging markets. Point 7. The creation of specific tariff codes should be urgently implemented in order to distinguish children's clothes from adults. These codes are essential to measure the sector and make statistics on the international trade of children's clothes. Point 8. All European social and environmental conditions must be kept in line with the new agreements on international trade. In the case of not complying with these, Europe will take the appropriate measures against violators. Point 9. We urge that origin marking be made a compulsory act, out of consideration for all consumers. Children's Fashion Europe.